Producing is sort of a loose term because really what I do, I'm a sales agent. We pre-sell the rights to films, and this enables a movie to be produced. Oftentimes we're given executive producing titles because we are involved with the financial producing of a movie. The actual physical producer of the film comes to us with a script and talent and a director, and he then asks our opinion and advice regarding the numbers, they call it, but the value of the picture in the international marketplace. The film business is, well, I think all business right now is under such tremendous change. Crocodile Dundee, for example, we financed the entire movie out of international sales. It was obviously a franchise, a strong franchise, and we traveled around the world and convinced distributors to sign contracts with us that would license the rights in the territory for a set amount of time. The film we just brought to the American film market is called The Danish Girl. It has not started shooting yet, but we already licensed most of the territories in the world. The producer came to us with a script and with a very, very excellent cast. Big stars. And for the international marketplace, stars are more important than for domestic, I think. Pre-selling a movie is about risk management. In a very funny analogy, I say that it's like playing a hand of poker. We travel around the world and we meet with people, mainly men, in hotel rooms. Everybody keeps their clothes on, though. And we deal a deck of cards in a way. It's a game of 5-card draw. And we put down first the actor card, then the director card, the producer card, the script card, not in this order, script is usually first, and then the domestic distribution deal. The buyers will bet that this movie that's going to be made in a year and a half will be good. And really the cards, though, are about helping the buyers market the movie eventually. In fact, as a sales agent, once we do our deal to the contract for the banks, get the money, our job is just beginning. We then need to collect the money by delivering the picture. We need to check with every distributor around the world and say, what date are you releasing? We have to make sure legally they comply with holdbacks. They aren't allowed to release a picture in their territory and on certain rights until we legally authorize it. We don't want a picture to go out internationally before it goes out in the United States. U.S. is worth between, well, statistically, 50% of revenues. So you do not want, for example, some distributor in Turkey, which is worth only a fraction, a small percentage of revenues, to go out and make the picture flop, have that news leak all over the world, and destroy the U.S. value. There are certain auteur directors in Europe that year after year are able to raise money just on who they are. An example right now is Woody Allen. Mainly European distributors, they love him in Europe, will place a bet, will finance a movie without any stars, without any script, without any of those other 5 cards, just based on the director card. Woody Allen is able to raise that kind of money. Now, beginning filmmakers, can we do that? No. It has to be that one of our 5 cards is a known element. If you are totally passionate about doing this, get the best information you can, talk to experts. Mentors are important because they will save you a lot of time, but at the end of the day, it's being absolutely to persevere, stick to it, and also a lot of people think that it's so glamorous what we do. It's really, really hard work. If you don't really love it and aren't totally passionate about it, don't bother. Find something else to do very quickly because you'll be wasting your time. Making movies is a team sport. And I think the best producers are in constant contact, motivating and cheerleading on the entire team. And if you have one element on that team, I mean, if the guy that does the hair doesn't do a good job, the whole movie's ruined. I think it's the producer's job to control every single aspect. The producer really needs to understand and have knowledge about not just how to shoot the movie, the makeup, the costumes, all of that, the producer also needs to understand the business side of doing the deal. The word is show business. I don't believe any movie should ever be made unless the distribution plan is in place. Maybe your plan is, we really believe we're going to make the movie and just see what happens. In my opinion, that's not a very good plan. A lot of people make movies without deciding who are they making the movie for? Who is the audience for the movie? And how are we going to get that audience in to see it? I think it's really a sad thing when movies are made and nobody ever sees them. It may be the audience is a very small niche specialty audience. That's okay. What's so difficult today is there are so many movies that get made. Just 5 years ago, probably, if you made a movie and then brought it to the marketplace, you'd sell it someplace, somehow. But now, I think I just read a statistic last week for Sundance. I think there were 5,000 movies submitted. People can just go out with a video camera and make a pretty darn good movie. If there is any way you can beg, borrow, and steal one of those elements that I talked about, the 5 cards, it's like an insurance policy. You have a much better chance of that movie being seen and getting distribution